underway here at the Batangas City Coliseum. This is the first game of your Thursday triple header dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Jake Collado opens things up here in the final quarter with a basket of his own.
Yeah, you see how Jake Collado was moving there off the top of the key there. Very quick for a big man like him and a big man of his size.
Well, lalo na this season, no, he really made it a point to trim down and get to a weight that was more desirable for his playing goal. And para sa season na to, sabi niya gusto niya na talaga na ma-utilize niya yung kanyang mobility rather than just being inside and trying to bump off a lot of the other players. Quarter scoring right there on your screens. 32 points for Pangasinan in that third quarter. Pangasinan still was able to allow Imus 20 points though in quarter number 3.
Yeah, talking about Jake Collado, I was with him in Nueva Ecija where he was still a little bit more chunky as compared to today.
Pero a little more on the heavier side.
A little more on the heavier side. But I would say even though he had all that weight, he was still very quick and he could still dunk that basketball. So I'm very, very curious to what Jake Collado's bounce is looking like right now, especially with all that weight trimmed down.
Ang balita ko kay assistant coach Joseph Guion, shirataki rice daw ang diet nito ni Jake Collado ngayon.
Ayun, so sa mga viewers natin dyan, alam niyo na yung sikreto pag gusto niyo na kumain pa rin ng rice na hindi masyadong kailangan i-worry yung calories and yung carbs, shirataki rice.
Yun na nga talaga eh. Yun daw talagang very effective way ngayon eh. Kahit si Coach Mike Perez yan din ang ginagawa eh.
Talaga, di ko pa natatry yung shirataki rice na yan.
Di mo naman nata kailangan, Dre.
Malakas kasi ako magkanin kaya minsan na-feel bad na ako sa...
Ganun ba? Pero atleta ka naman eh. Anong minimum number of cups mo ba sa isang usually pag player, dalawa yan eh.
Oo, dalawa na yung pinaka-minimum para sa akin. Pero kuwari pag post-practice, minsan nakaka-4 pa akong rice eh.
Ito si Sumabat, kailangan ito ng maraming kanin.
Ayan, kailangan only rice na araw-araw dapat.
Kailangan talaga to. Carlos Sumabat scoring there off the pass from JV De La Cruz. And Mike De Gregorio with a quick answer.
What a Euro step there by Mike De Gregorio. Left to right Euro step. Finishing with the right hand. Evading the defense there.
I think Mike's really been challenged with having to generate a lot more moves than he's used to.
Yeah, especially with his role at the PBA where he was much more of a catch and shoot, off the ball screen type player. Now he's been putting the ball more on the floor for the Pangasinan Heatwaves, and he's been working on that as shown today.
As free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Imus not doing well from the free throw line in this game. They're 7 out of 14. Mark Doligon has managed to make a good scoring night still out of this game despite missing a big chunk of that first quarter. He started this game, by the way, but he was hit on the upper lip by Ian Melencio. He had to sit out a lot of that first period. Came back in the second quarter, only scored 4 points. Now he's up to 22 points in this game.
Yeah, that's his game. Expect him to score regardless. Whenever he's on the floor, he's always been a threat in the scoring department.
De La Cruz backing down Bulanadi. His matchup there. JV wins that with that fall away jumper. De La Cruz falls down. Abulak gets the pocket pass. Belencion is on him. Collado takes the 3.
Wow.
Able to get it through the contact. Jake Collado. I'm really very amazed at how he's moving.
Definitely, I'm so impressed with Jake Collado.
You see JV De La Cruz.
Wow. With a Kobe-esque turnaround fadeaway there.
He's wearing the shoes. Better make sure he can hit those kinds of shots.
Yeah, if you wear the shoes, you make sure you can wear them and perform like it.
Yes, sir. Collado could not complete the three-point play. Koga. Nobody marking him. That's a warm-up jumper para kay Ryusei Koga. Only second basket of the game. 85-53. Ay pang oras na natitira sa laro na to. Bilis siya naging palitan ng score dito ng parehong kupunan, although Pangasinan has really maintained this lead.
Mike De Gregorio has been living in the paint,
Yeah.
scoring 12 points all in the paint here today in this game.
1 unit substitution for Pangasinan Heatwaves.
Jay Collado will have that much deserved rest along with Galanza, Mabulak, De Gregorio, and Bulanadi. Platoon substitution for Coach Gerson Cabiltes. It's Flores, Pagsanhan, Maguliano, Robin, and Fontanilla. Coach Gerson and Pangasinan, they still have one more game right after this one. That will decide on whether they make it into the playoffs outright or if they have still to go through the play-in tournament.
Definitely, every game here for the Pangasinan Heatwaves is a must-win situation, regardless of the outcomes of the other teams.
Yes, sir.
In hopes of not just making the playoffs or not playing in the play-in, but also with the chance of having that home court advantage in the first round.
Glad you pointed that out. At yung kanilang huling game, importante kasi to dahil taga-norte rin yung kalaban nila.
Yeah.
They will be playing the Caloocan Batang Kankalu for their final game of the season.
And right now they have the same record,
Yes, sir.
at 19-8. Definitely a much more important game for the Pangasinan Heatwaves.
Lots of playoff implications for our final games of the regular season in the coming days. So abangan nyo yan, mga kaliga. Flores, I think he got away with a walk there. They get it still to Harvey Pagsanhan, who will get the 2 points plus an opportunity for one more.
Foul number 13, Riesling Koga, his third foul. For the bonus, Harvey Pagsanhan.
87-54. 4 na minuto pa lang nakakalipas dito sa ating fourth quarter, pero parang dami na nangyari. Both teams have gotten out to huge scores early on here in the fourth quarter. That's a fall away jumper that won't work. That's a miss by Irvin Valderrama.
Yeah, with 5 minutes remaining in this game, Coach Gerson has opted to put a lot of their young guns there, get their reps in, especially with the playoffs coming in. You want your young guns to have as much experience, especially when the playoffs. It's a different type of ball game, Abby.
I'm sure Lervin Flores will be flattered that you called him as a part of the young guns. 3 of these guys on the floor for Coach Gerson na hawakan niya pa in the EAC program.
Yeah.
Of course, one of them is the guy with the basketball, JP Maguliano. Then you have Ralph Robin and Harvey Pagsanhan.
Pushing foul number 16, JP
Former EAC generals.
And that is the 14th foul for Imus.
Second, our kicks are great move of the game. Born for greatness. Ito yung sinasabi ni Andre, no? Mike De Gregorio has lived in the paint this entire game. Flores gets it.
What a play.
Left hand hook against Mark Doligon works. 10 points na rin para kay Lervin Flores. Sumabat, leaking out on the other side.
Good division there by Mark Doligon, realizing that Lervin Flores has scored the basket before that possession. And he was a little late to go to his coverage there. An easy 2 points.
Siguro para sa akin, ito na lang talaga yung hinihingi ni Coach Gerson sa kanyang mga player. No? And they're in the lead by so much right now, Dre. But I'm sure this is on his mind at least. Gusto niya lang talaga na maayos nila yung mga little errors nila because he wants them to have that killer instinct.
Yeah, and this is the perfect opportunity to do that when you're up big, but you're still playing against a professional team.
Ayun. We
There you
have
go.
to greet Mike Cuico. A belated happy birthday. Celebrated his birthday yesterday. Of course, Mike was still on the lineup for Pangasinan this year. However, still trying to recover from his knee injury. Kaya he will be reserved for next season.
Yeah. Mike Huico, the king of the North.
Yes, sir.
People should never forget. Grabe rin yan si Kuya Mike. Is also one of my favorite vets that I've been teammates with. Makulit din si Kuya Mike, pero pag seryoso usapan, talagang bibigyan kanya ng mga advice. Tapos tutulungan kanya.
And Mike Wico, you know, that's really what he's been known for. Kaya naman nakakatuwa rin siyang i-cover dahil he will also regale you with a lot of stories. But
Yeah.
on the court, yung intensity niya, very
Sobra.
admirable.
And that's that Kapampangan blood right there. You know, what until this day, what baffles me about Mike Wico is he doesn't lift weights.
At all?
Siguro once in a blue moon ko lang nakikita
Talaga?
ko, it's talagang hindi siya nag-weights. Lahat kami nag-weights, nakaupo lang siya. But once that practice starts, sabi, grabe yung intensity niya, napakatigas maglaro. Kaya like ko sinasabi kay Kuya Mike dati na, Kuya Mike, paano mo nagagawa yun?
Intense, wow.
Sobrang intense niya.
That's the first time I've heard of that.
He doesn't like lifting weights. Puro basketball lang talaga.
Sa bagay, no? Meron din talaga ang mga naririnig ng mga player na ganyan eh.
Yeah.
Especially those na tumagal talaga sa kanilang mga career without lifting weights.
Oo.
Doon ako talagang nagugulat eh.
Another prime example there is our commissioner, Kenneth Doremdes.
Really?
Yeah, he never lifted a single weight in his pro career.
Wow!
Yeah, laging
That's
sinasabi,
crazy.
lagi lang niya sinasabi sa akin, nung younger years niya, he would practice 3 different teams a day, and that's how it happened. Dun to bigas yung laro niya, no weightlifting, no anything.
That's crazy. Wow. And named to the 25 greatest players of the country.
Di
Just
daw,
like that.
Di daw kasi uso pa yung strength and conditioning dati. So
Sabagay,
dati
tama nga naman.
puro team practice lang. Wala rin nga dong mga skills training.
Oo, wala dati talaga.
Wala, literal laro lang. And as much games that you can get in, dun ka daw talaga gagaling.
Amazing. Wow. Captain Mpbl, ah.
Yeah.
Sumabat, plucking it
Wow.
from the sky there.
What an offensive rebound there, using all of his length.
See, pati yung mga tao sa OB van nagugulat. He never lifted a single weight daw, sabi ni Andre. Never.
And he's happy to share that story too. Every time he's gonna
Never lifted a weight.
Never.
And yet, 25 greatest players in the Philippines, one of the best to ever wear a jersey in the country, one of the best high-flying acts as well that the Philippines has ever seen. And he has never lifted a single weight?
never.
My goodness.
He credits it all to basketball.
Amazing, amazing. Ibang klase rin talaga yung generation ko.
Yeah. You see a lot of young talent that magugulat ka na lang na the way they're playing, ng araw natin wala pa tayong ganong skills.
Yun na nga eh.
Masasabi ko talaga yung difference with the style of play today and to our days was before it was really centered on sistema, mga play talaga. Ngayon nakikita ko mga bata puro isolation, puro skill work, puro pick and roll lang, switch, get that mismatch. It's definitely a different game today.
And sometimes that is a problem for some coaches dahil yung ibang mga players na hindi naman nakakaintindi sa sistema. We'll talk more about this when we get back. Timeout muna tayo dito. Minute and 53 still remaining in this game. Kaya nga nang sinabi ko kanina, no, the remaining game of the Heat Waves will be against the Caloocan Batang Kangklu. That's gonna happen on September 30. That's 5 days from now. And that's gonna be a very important game as mentioned dahil currently they are tied right now at 19 and 8.
3 points.
Well, they will be climbing up to 20 and 8 with this impending win against the Imus Brotherhood dahil a minute and 38 na naman ang natitira dito sa laro na to. And when they face Caloocan, that's going to be their last game of the season. That will be an important game for both teams. Dahil itong parehong kupunan na to, they're both trying to avoid the play-in tournament in the Northern Division. And being in the Northern Division, that is certainly going to be a luxury if hindi ka nadadaan dun sa play-in tournament, Ray.
Yeah, definitely 4-7, maybe even 4-8, 4-7 right now. It's in a close spot, so definitely
Super, yeah.
it's either you get a home court advantage or you play in the play-in.
Yes, sir.
That speaks volumes of the competitiveness of the North Division this season, Javi.
The competition has been sky high, perhaps the best level of competition we've seen in the Mpbl since we've started.
Yeah, definitely. Not just the North, also the South.
Yeah.
Every
Honestly, both divisions talaga, it's been crazy.
yeah, both divisions talaga very close. You can never say. Kaya this coming playoffs is definitely going to be one to watch.
there's going to be a South team facing the league leaders after this one. The Davao Occidental Tigers will try to test the mettle of the Abra Weavers. In about 30 seconds, this game will be over, and the Pangasinan Heatwaves will climb up to 20-8, a win in preparation for their final encounter against the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. Our main game will feature the Batangas City Tanduay Ram Masters and the Mindoro Tamaraos. That's also going to be an important game, so stay tuned here mga kaliga. This is an important game day para sa lahat ng mga...
Yes, Javi and Andre, I am with our best player of the game, Jay Collado of the Pangasinan Heatwaves. He had 16 points. Fun fact, handa na siya pumunta sa dugout kasi kala niya hindi siya yung best player. Kaya kailangan kita tanungin, sino ang inakala mong best player ngayon?
Paano to? Si Flores akala ko.
Okay, Jay, alam ko na kakaibang journey ang pinagdaanan ng inyong koponan throughout the season, and you as well, because this is your first Mpbl season na kasama ang Pangasinan Heatwaves. Ano yung ginawa mo para maka-adapt sa sistema ni Coach Gerson, not from his previous team pero sa team nyo ngayon?
Siguro hindi naman ako gaano nag-adjust kay Coach Gerson kasi nga matagal na ako sa kanya. So alam ko yung sistema na itinatakbo ng gusto niya, kaya nagtitiwala pa rin siya sa akin.
And Jay, you have one final eliminations game in 5 days. Alam ko na ginamit nyo rin itong laro para may practice sa mga kailangan nyong i-improve. So the next coming 5 days before your next game, ano pa ang i-ensayo nyo? Ano pa kailangan nyong gawin?
Siguro kailangan pa namin yung depensa namin. Kasi yun nga, lagi ko nga sinasabi sa kanila, yung opensa nandyan naman yan eh. Wala namang yung depensa, yun ang magpapanalo sa amin.